All right, going on right now, there are 700 people who have been chosen from a group of more than 200,000 who are candidates to be aboard the first manned mission to Mars. One of those candidates is one of our own. He's here with more on the Mars One mission and what he's doing to try to be a part of it. Zachary Gallegos is here. Zach, good morning. It's nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, so let's talk about this. You've been in the news a lot, maybe the past 6 months or so for this Mars One mission. The whole point is to try to get one person to the red planet, right?
16 actually.
16, okay, I apologize. And you're trying to be one of those 16. What does it take? I mean, is it physical? Is it like to be an astronaut? Is it brains? Is it just kind of luck of the draw here?
It's sort of all of those. It's physical, it's psychological,
Yeah.
it's you know, all the training that goes into being an astronaut.
Yeah, okay. So why did you sign up for this project when it first started along with 200,000 other people?
I've always known that I wanted to be an astronaut, and going to Mars sounds pretty cool to me.
Why? I mean, why? Some people might tell you that's kind of crazy to think.
I really enjoy space exploration.
Okay.
And just knowing things, going out and, you know, finding things out for myself.
Okay, you're very, very smart. You're getting your master's and your PhD at UNM in kind of topics that relate to this. You wrote a chapter in a big book that's used for that, and you even work on the Mars rover that is on Mars right now. Tell me about that.
So I'm involved with the laser instrument that actually shoots a rock with a laser, and we find out what it's composed of.
Wow. So basically, you're a rocket scientist.
Getting there.
Getting there, getting there. Okay, so let's talk more about this mission. What is it going to take to get to Mars? I mean, we went to the moon quite a number of years ago. We decided not to go back. Why Mars, and what is it going to take for the U.S., or just anyone for that matter, to go there?
Mars is the next real big step in space exploration. We've been to the moon. It's good to go back there to practice, though, but Mars is the next giant leap, really.
Okay. So what are the hurdles scientifically, and still in a conversational way here, what are the hurdles of trying to get to Mars?
Well, we've never been there with humans, and half the missions to Mars that we've sent there collectively as, you know, a species have failed.
Why?
It's hard to get there.
Okay.
Sometimes we miss, sometimes we crash. Things like that.
Those are bad. So when it comes to this idea of let's send people to Mars, I mean, theoretically, you miss or you crash, just to say it bluntly, you're dead.
That's true.
Does that bother you? Do you worry about it? Do you think about it?
I'd say I have a healthy fear of it.
Okay.
It doesn't worry me because it sort of goes along with the line of work. But
Sure. Unfortunately, we've had space disasters before.
Yeah.
So this is not being ran through NASA or through the government. It's a private organization. And we talked about this a second ago. You need money.
That's
you need
true.
a lot. Not you personally, but the whole organization needs a lot of money to make this happen. Like how much?
They're projecting $6 billion will fund the mission.
$6 billion with a B.
Billion.
$6 billion. Where is that going to come from?
This whole thing is done by crowdfunding. So people like you or me go onto the internet and give Mars One money to see this mission happen.
It has, what, about 150-ish grand so far?
More in like the 300.
300,
range.
okay, I apologize,
Yeah.
300. But is it realistic to think that you can get $6 billion in crowdfunding? I mean, like, crowdfunding helped the Breaking Bad fest that we have today, and it works for some projects for like maybe 5 or 10 grand, but it just seems $6 billion is a very high amount.
It depends on your investors, you know, how deep their pockets are. And it also just depends on if we can get people interested in this, and if
Yeah.
people, you know, come back to space exploration like it used to be in the Apollo days.
Okay, so I think it sounds like you want to get people excited.
Exactly.
Kind of like when there was that race to the moon, you know, back in the 60s. So what's it going to take to get people into that again and to make it seem like, okay, it's worth your money. It's not just like my money or the average Joe's money, but you're going to have to get some like corporate money, I imagine.
It's the excitement of exploration. Humans are just meant to explore. And so if we can get people in that spirit again, it might happen.
Okay. Well, so you're down to now, what is it? You're one of how many?
700.
700. So when do you find out if you're going to be one of the final 16, so to speak?
They haven't told us so
Okay.
far. They never really tell us anything. I get an email and it says, you've been selected.
Okay. So have you gone through any training, any physical or mental training for it so far, or is it still too early to do that? Because this is being projected for, say, like 2025-ish.
Yeah, I've had to do a physical examination, a psychological examination, just the precursors basically.
Okay.
But
And
I
then
do my own training.
Okay. And you have any idea what's to come, or is it kind of just we'll see what happens here? Because it's still a ways out.
The next step is an in-person interview where
Okay.
I'm actually with the Mars One people and telling them why I am the best candidate to go.
Okay. And real quick, 10 seconds. Why do you think you're the best candidate?
Because of my involvement in space exploration and my commitment to going to Mars.
There you go. All right. You want to find out more about the Mars One mission and Zachary, you can head to our website at krqe.com. I put a link up there. Zachary, I'm sure you'll be back. Let us know how everything goes. Very smart young man. We didn't have time to talk about it. There's a ridiculously cool globe of Mars talking about the peaks. The highest mountain there, almost twice as high as Mount Everest.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Stay there. We'll be right back.